Lately, I'm going to sleep earlier, like 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock or whatever, and then I'll wake up at like midnight or like 2 in the morning. Um, and like they'll just be making all these sounds like every time I wake up and like roll over and go back to sleep, you know? Like I just keep waking up a bunch of times and then I'll go back to sleep and they'll like be making sounds every time. And they've been going crazy with it tonight. Like there's a bunch of car alarms. There was a car alarm earlier tonight too, I think. I was still awake, if I remember right. But there's just these car alarms that like kept going off. And then there's also these cars that are just like honking like right outside. Just like in the parking lot, just like honk 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 honk. And there's people yelling and shit and coming outside and yelling. Um, yeah. And then after I got back yesterday from being outside, um, in the evening, there was all these sirens outside, like 3 or 4 of them, something like that. Like within like a short span of time, basically. You know. Oh, and then yesterday's video, there was an ambulance that started up, and then there was a fire truck that started up, like right after, like right at the same time, basically, you know? But then the ambulance drove to the right of me, and then the fire truck drove in front of me. Like it sounded like they were starting up, like they were going to the same place, but then like the ambulance drove to the right of me, and the fire truck drove in front of me. Like they were like surrounding me, you know? But like they started up at the same time, basically. So I thought that was pretty weird, you know? Like if it's supposed to be an emergency, why are they not going to the same place? Like there's just two emergencies just at the same time. They're just both rolling out at the same time out of the fire station. I thought that was pretty weird. But yeah, there was these ambulances, and uh, I heard like a police siren outside, making all these weird siren sounds last night or tonight. And there was also like 3 planes that flew over me. And there was a plane that flew over me when I was walking back too. It was crazy. It's been a crazy day of gang stalking. And then it just seems like they were going, like when I wasn't recording yesterday, it just seems like they were going harder, like I was walking up this one street, and it was just like nonstop. Like it's like one of the less busier like side streets, you know. But it's just like a lot more of them. It seemed just driving by like nonstop, and then this guy comes in his driveway and gets out right next to me and shit. And like if I wasn't recording, he probably wouldn't have did that, you know. Or whatever. Or he would have just like sat in his truck when I walk by or whatever. Like, it seems like when I'm not recording, there's just like do more shit like right next to me and have more cars driving out and stuff. I don't know. Maybe not, but it seems that way sometimes, you know. It seems like when I record, they like they'll just like sit in their car instead. But if I wasn't recording, they would have did that instead, you know. I don't know, man, but it was crazy. It's been a crazy day. And like these car alarms outside just kept going too. Like usually they won't be that long, but it just kept going. So let's see if they're out there. I bet they're out there. It's 12:49 right now. And when I just looked down my blinds at the start of the video, I saw a car driving by, but I didn't have my glasses on. I don't know what type of car it was. It was probably a stalker. Yeah, it looks kind of nice out. Hold up. I might go out there. Walk around, record some of them. I don't know. I like to record at night because it's really obvious. If you watch my nighttime videos and you say that I'm not being stalked, then you're bot. You either turn the video off before anything happened or you're a bot. It's one or the other. Because when I walk around at night, there's cars meeting me at intersections, perfectly timed, and it's really obvious, you know? Because there's nothing else happening. Then it's just cars meeting me at intersections. There's these engine sounds right now. And then my water heater is turning on as the engine sound gets really loud. And they were doing the engine sounds too when I was in bed. Well, I don't see them, but maybe I'll go out and walk around and record them. I don't know. It looks pretty nice outside. It's like nice, peaceful looking out there. The moon's out. Oh, here comes a car. he was a bot, but that engine sound was a bot though. Alright. Just wanted to check and see if they were out there. And then, like I said the other day, there was a cop sitting out in the parking lot when I woke up in the morning. Just sitting out there, probably doing nothing except stalking. Just like a cop car, just with its headlights on. Just sitting in the parking lot. Which I've seen that before, just one time before, like a while ago, like a long time ago. Yeah, that happened the other day. And he's probably just stalking. Oh, and then I've seen him like do a fake pullover in the parking lot out there one morning too. Like I just wake up and I open my blinds and there's just a cop car sitting out there with its flashing lights on, and they have someone pulled over in the parking lot, and then they all take off synced. I haven't seen a fake pullover in a long ass time too. Now that I mentioned that, I used to see them like every weekend. Like when I was working at Domino's for a while, like right after I started, they would do it like every Friday. I would see fake pullovers, and they would do them like in the Domino's parking lot too. A lot. Like when I was inside the store. Like one time I was inside the store and they're all just like driving around the building, a bunch of cops. Like I'm like sitting like over by like the drive-through window, and they're all just like driving around the building, and they're looking for somebody, and then they pull this guy over in the parking lot, and then they arrest him, and they like talking to him when I come out on my delivery, and then when I come back from my delivery, they're putting him in handcuffs, and then when I when I leave work at close, which is like an hour, a couple hours later or whatever, I'm coming out and they're towing his car as I'm coming out, as I'm leaving work. And they're all like leaving right as I'm walking through the parking lot. But they would do fake pullovers like on the street too and stuff. And they would do fake pullovers like every weekend. It was like a ritual. Like every Friday, it seemed like they would be doing one. And then like I would see them like throughout the week sometimes too. And it was like it wasn't like every week, but for a while it was. For like a few weeks in a row, they were doing it like every Friday. And like they were doing them a lot more frequently back then. And then since then, I've seen them like occasionally, but I haven't seen one in forever. Since whenever it was the last time I saw it, I recorded it on video. Whenever that was, it was like last fall, I think. It's been like a long time since I've seen a fake pullover. But they always used to do them though. But since I just mentioned it, they'll probably do it tomorrow maybe or something. which that I think that's what happened the last time they did it. Was that I mentioned it like the day before, and then they did it because I was like, they haven't done one in a while, and then they did it the next day. So I don't know. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. But I haven't seen one of those in a while. But I did see a lot of cops yesterday, though. Or like in the morning, I did. And then this AC thing outside my apartment keeps turning on and off, and my refrigerator just turned on right now. So, you know, the usual. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go outside in a minute, so fire up your stalker trucks. I know you're already sitting in a parking lot somewhere waiting for me or whatever the fuck, so here we go, guys. Get ready to be fucking weird. And then I take a drink of water, and then my refrigerator goes, and it gets louder. Did you hear it? It'll just start up synced, and then it'll get louder synced like that. But yeah, I'm probably gonna go record in a minute, so stay tuned.